Hello everyone, welcome to part 2. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make earrings. I will be using a flush cutter. This is 18 gauge wire and the longer piece is 3 inches. I'm going to use 12 pieces and that will be 6 per earring. The shorter piece is 2 inches. And this is what I'm going to use to make the head pin. I'm also going to use a round nose plier, a bent chain nose plier, a standard chain nose plier, and the beads are 6mm pearl beads. I'm going to start off with making the head pin. This wire is 2 inches. I'm going to grip the wire at the very tip, then bend it away from me. This is what it looks like at this point, and I'm just going to go back in and bend it some more. Then place it between the jaws of the plier and gently squeeze it down. I'm going to use the wire cutter to snip a small piece of it off. Then take a bead and slide it on. Then grip it like this with the chain nose plier. Then use my thumb to bend the wire away from me at a 90-degree angle. At this point, I take the round nose plier and place it next to the bead like this. And you want it to be touching the bead, you want it to be close to it. Wrap the tail of the wire over the top barrel of the plier. Adjust your plier. Then take the tail to the back. Place the plier back into the loop. Then twist your hand gently towards you to center the loop. I'm going to grip the loop like this. Then use the bent chain nose plier to wrap the tail of the wire around the bottom. So you wrap until you can see a small gap at the back. When you see that gap, that is when you are going to stop. Then slightly bend the loop away from you and trim the excess wire, then squeeze it down. Moving on to the next step. This wire is 3 inches and I'm going to place my round nose plier at the 1 inch mark. Then bend the wire away from me like this. Then place the round nose plier where I made the bend. Take the tail of the wire over the barrel of the plier, adjust the plier, then take that tail to the back, then slightly twist your dominant hand towards you to center the loop. This is how you can open the loop, or you can use your chain nose plier to do so. I made a lot of the loops and I set them aside to use later on because that just makes it a lot easier. At this point, you connect your loop to the single wrapped bead like this, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how it is done again, like so. And you can just squeeze that down with your thumb. Then I'm using my standard chain nose plier to grip the loop and wrap the end of that loop around the longer end of the wire with the bent chain nose plier. Next, I'm going to add a bead, so I'm just going to slip it on like so. Then we're going to make a loop at the top of that bead, and to do so you grip the wire above the bead with your chain nose plier and bend it away from you. Place your raw nose beside the bead like this. Then take the tail of the wire over the barrel of the plier, adjust your plier, and just slightly twist your dominant hand towards you to straighten that loop. Then you go ahead and use your pliers to grip the loop and wrap the end of the wire around the bottom. And it's just basically like what you've done before. So you'll see that gap, then slightly bend the loop away from you, trim the excess wire and squeeze the end of the wire down. This is the pattern that I'm going to use for both earrings. Each earring has 7 beads, and you can go longer or smaller if you'd like to. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the other beads. And this is what they look like once all the beads are attached. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the air wires. So you grip your air wire like this and you open that small loop. Then you just attach it like that. And if you'd like to use a jump ring instead, you can go ahead and do that also. So you want to go ahead and do the other just the same. I hope this video was helpful, and if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section, and in part 3 I'm going to show you how to make a necklace. So I'll see you in part 3.